last weekend, which is only a few days ago now because it is only Tuesday,
Yep.
we saw, or obviously I was in Yorkville seeing Ray Scott. Kevin was in Ruston Kelly. Do you want to go first or me? I don't give a shit.
I'll go first. So I saw Ruston Kelly. It was
First.
First is the best. I mean,
Bratwurst.
So I saw Ruston Kelly. It was part of a bigger festival deal that we have. It's called Gas Fest.
Yeah, that's what it was called. That's right.
Yep. So it was at the Stardust, which is actually across the street from the Raccoon Motel. I had never been there, so I know that you have never been there. It's a bigger venue. It was a pretty cool spot. It can have bigger artists go there, so I kind of like it as a place.
Is that the one where when you walk left out of Raccoon, it's kind of like you go around the corner there, and it's like, or is it like actually kitty corner from Raccoon Motel?
No, it's like across the street from Damview. It's building, that brick building. They renovated the inside of it.
That's right.
And so his set was really good. His music was tremendous. It kind of sucked because he had like a shorter set because it was like a day-long thing. There was like fucking 12 artists that played.
Did you go to the earlier shows?
No, we just went to that one. When we got there...
Why the fuck not?
Because we didn't know it. Literally, like, I realized... I go to a lot of music, and I know, like, have relatively heard of a lot of people. Literally had not heard of anyone in the whole first slate. And I was at home.
Whiskey Shivers was earlier that day.
Today? No, they were not.
Yeah, I looked it up before the concert.
Were not.
Yeah, they were.
Bullshit, they were.
I remember looking at the lineup, and I was like, oh, sweet, Whiskey Shivers is early in the day. I wonder if I'll go and see them. I remember looking at the schedule.
Now I'm going to look it up and prove you wrong.
All right.
Or be very, very wrong on my own podcast.
Unless they fucking changed it. But I remember seeing Whiskey Shivers was on the lineup earlier in the day. And I was just like, oh, that's a sweet concert that you should go to. Because Whiskey Shivers is great. He's looking it up.
They were on Friday.
Oh, well.
Boom! Fuck you.
Was the ticket for every day? Or
no, it was just for Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Boom! Fuck you twice.
I knew they were on the fucking lineup, whatever. You didn't even know that, bitch.
Yeah, because I only had a ticket for Saturday. That's why. And it was all day Friday, so they probably... No, they were at 7. I could have gone. But, regardless, I only got a ticket for Saturday because Ruston Kelly is who I wanted to see. But when I got there, when we did get there, they had comedians in a room. So we went and saw a little bit of...
I don't get when they mix that shit.
It was so weird because, like, they were trying to do comedy sets and you could hear Ruston Kelly's sound check while they were trying to do comedy. And it was just like, I don't understand why this is happening. And, you know, no offense to any aspiring comedians out there that may be listening to this podcast, but, like, local level talent for stand-up comedy is brutal.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. I remember when I went to the Oddball Comedy Fest with Koski way back in the day, we got there, and before, like, the main area opened up where all the, like, Bill Burr and Chris D'Elia and all these, like, amazing comedians were going, Ari Shaffir and shit. Before that, they had the side stage out by, like, the merch table, and they had local people, and I was like, this is awful. Like,
yeah, it's just one, and, like, also with, you know, I feel like comedy... If the room is right, like you could have a comedian who's not, you know, totally killing it, but the audience is engaged and it's kind of cool. Like that could be better. But like having it where we're all there for the music and then we just hear the fucking sound check going on, and then a guy's trying to deliver jokes, and they were like almost rapid fire. Like they did not have very long sets, and I was just sitting
5-minute sets.
Yeah, and so there was like a couple of them that had some decent jokes, but for the most part, I was just like, oh boy. But then we saw Ruston Kelly, and he was great. Turns out his dad plays a steel guitar for him in the band. Thought that was kind of cool. And he just had a really good sound. He sounded like essentially just like he sounds on the record. So it was really good. I really liked it. He didn't play my favorite songs, but I've gotten used to that as a music fan because that just keeps happening more and more.
Be like me going to see Brantley Gilbert and hoping he'd play Saving Amy. That'll never happen.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was still good. It was a good time, and I liked it a lot. So I would love to see him again, where he's got like a longer set, because he played. I mean, I think he played for, I don't know, maybe an hour, not quite, something like that. Let's see. How long was he supposed to play?
For those who don't know, he's married to Casey Musgraves.
Yes.
CMA Album of the Year, Casey Musgraves.
Yes.
I don't listen to him, so I don't know anything about him. But
he is a man.
He's a man.
He makes the music.
What the fuck was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, I was just thinking about that one time when we were at Raccoon Motel on like a, I don't know, Thursday or Friday or whatever the fuck it was, and it was like right before homecoming or something, or it might have been Choate's wedding or something. I don't remember. But we were we were out there and they were having like open mic going.
Oh,
and
God.
There is such like I never really realized this, because people always talk about like the quote unquote open micers. Like, I'm technically an open micer when it comes to music, but with music, you just have to already have the talent. The songwriting talent might not be there, but a talent to sing and play guitar, that's already what you have. But to be a comedian, you have to suck for a long time before you can actually start being like funny and professional.
Yeah.
And so it has to be like painful to go to these open mic things where it's just like, you probably shouldn't be telling jokes.
Because I feel like it's a lot of it is like you can hear them deliver the joke, and when it gets to the punchline, you're like, okay, I get why that is a joke and that is why you are saying it, but none of this delivery was funny at all. Like, it just wasn't.
I just remember that night when they were having I remember two things. When that guy came out like, "Oh, come on in, we're having open mic or whatever," and
no,
and we're like, nah. And Abby's like, he's like, "What do you guys do?" or whatever. And Abby's like, "I'm a teacher," and he goes, "Oh, yeah, pick figs down by the river," and we're like, "What? What does that even mean?"
Exactly.
Like,
it's like, okay, all right,
not guy.
No more of you, sir.
And then he went inside, and I remember going in to get a beer, and there was a guy on stage, and of course his jokes were just like, "I wish we could take all the Trump supporters and just put them on an island." And of course everyone's cheering because he's a liberal saying anti-Trump jokes, which is the easiest fucking thing to do nowadays. It's like poop jokes. But
wait a second.
And it was,
I have an idea.
What?
Trump poop jokes.
Oh my God. When's your Comedy Central hour, Kevin? But yeah, I just remember how just cringy bad it was. But yeah, but at least the concert wasn't cringy bad.
Yes, yeah, the music was great, and I did like the venue first time seeing it, so it was definitely worth it in my book.